Welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Lost World. Last time, we finished up Sky Road. And this time, well, we're going to be moving on to Lava Mountain.
Your friend has embarrassed me for the last time. You will be the instrument of my revenge.
Yeah, it'll be fun to have your little buddy scramble you like an omelet. Omelet.
Enjoy your last moments of free will. When we return, you'll be our slave.
I built a TV out of paper clips and reprogrammed a supercomputer using dishwashing detergent and a toothpick. I'm not even gonna need the detergent for this one.
Wow, it's quite a drop.
Yes, yes it is.
Whoa! You guys are going down! This energy machine has made us way stronger! Eggman! Time for some revenge! Right, Master?
Correct. Revenge is a dish best served cold.
Oh man, now you made me hungry! Let's hurry up and destroy him!
It's the end game. Tails is going to be turned into a robot, Eggman and Cubot and Orbot are dead, and now we are fighting every single Deadly Six member once again. This area is pretty much a glorified boss rush. There is absolutely some level of platforming challenges here, but for the most part, it is just a boss rush. So we're going to be seeing a lot of these enemies that we've seen already again. They're going to be a little bit harder. This guy's channeling wow, I cannot speak. He's channeling some of Zik right now, shooting his purple balls instead of blue ones. I don't know. The red rings here are a little bit weird. Another reason getting the 100% reward for this game is a little bit annoying, aka collecting all the red rings, getting supersonic, yada yada yada. It's because in this area, the red rings spawn at specific times. On this planetoid, the red rings will spawn whenever, and you have to grab them at a specific time or else they're just going to disappear. It's not all that hard, you just have to run around and explore a little bit, but it can be a little bit difficult when you miss one and you have to go and check all over again. It's just not the most fun way of collecting red rings. I need to grab some rings, there we go. So these bosses aren't all that hard. I believe this first level is just straight up boss rush, like just a boss rush. It's nothing else. I believe that also you can beat all of the that can happen. Okay, word of the wise. This time, when it... Oh, okay, that was lucky. When it makes you stand somewhere, stand there. Don't move as soon as it teleports you, because if you do, yeah, that happens. You can very easily die, and you have to start it all over again. To be fair, this level's not long. It's just 3 bosses all in one. It's not too bad, but, you know, be careful. What I was saying before I died... Do you notice how I got every red ring until the last one? You can end up getting every single red ring up until the very last one, be so good that you beat the bosses really quickly, and by so good I mean decent at the game, because they're really easy bosses, they don't take that long. I wouldn't have died if I didn't get insta-killed due to stupid reasons, but you can miss the red rings because you don't spend enough time on the stage. They come out of the meteors that are falling down, and if you miss the meteors by going too fast, goodbye red rings. You have to play the level all over again. It's back. So not only does this level bring back the music that we had in the previous rail grinding level, it also brings back the aesthetic with a color change. And I just want to say this right here, right now. Why do so many water levels only have the color blue? Yeah, okay, water's blue. But there's so much more going on in water that can make it such a colorful, interesting experience, and I think this is a perfect example of that. The water is reflecting, I don't know, something going on outside the water, and it's making it purple. Don't ask me how that works, but it works, and it's beautiful, and I like it a lot. I'm pretty sure there's some scientific explanation for how that's possible, but just know, it's a pretty level. So, this is another rail grinding level. And this is also another notorious one. And not in a good way. This is notoriously known for being one of the hardest levels in the game if you're going for 100%. Outside of that, it's actually pretty simple. But if you're going for all the red rings, this is a beast. You see all those... Okay. That was a big mistake on my part. But you see all these cartoonish bombs? You think, alright, I'm gonna smack my head into that, and it's gonna go, oh goodness, my face, oh, I lost a few rings, oh, that sucks. No. Those bombs are instant kill. I've talked about this earlier in the playthrough, and it's still prevalent here. These bombs will kill you. Not the ones you're seeing on screen right now, those will just hurt you. But the bombs that are pretty cartoonish will actually instant kill. There's a lot of red rings that are in really jerkish placements, and there's a lot of those bomb carts in this level, significantly more than before. So this is a tough level because there's a lot more instant death here. Some may call that BS. I don't particularly mind it. I don't think it's a massive deal. It just makes you take things a little bit slower. I was under the impression I wouldn't die here if I could jump over them, but no, you can't jump over them. Time your jumps well, I guess. I don't know. This. So you saw a little bit of that concept right there. Here you can see that the doors are closing and we have to get through them before they close. As you know, in these rail grinding levels, or levels in this game where you're going fast in general, smacking into something will be an instant kill. Goes for Mach speed, goes for rails too. That'll come back up in a little bit and it'll be a lot more interesting, but just keep that in mind for now because there's some neat stuff going on there. You don't have to double jump to get over those bomb carts, by the way, but I recommend it just because it puts me at ease a little bit. I'm surprised I did not homing attack those guys there. That was a little bit iffy. Let's see, can I get this red? Barely over. There we go. That wasn't so hard, was it? So yeah, this is just a lot more tight platforming, a lot more enemies, a lot more instant death, and it's a lot more beautiful, I feel. I never noticed the freak. Oh my god. Look at the jellyfish in the background. I know that's something I probably should have noticed, but I guess it's just like the fact that I've got my attention focused on the foreground the whole time that I'm not noticing a lot of the cool things in the background, and I can't really appreciate them right now because it's a little bit of a tight platforming area. Something to remember when you're going through these 2D sections, holding back on the analog stick makes you slow down, holding forward on it makes you go faster. Seems pretty simple, but it can be really important here. So this is the section I was talking about. You want to stay on these green rails. In the earlier level where we had these green and red rails, it wasn't really super important which one you stayed on, but it actually is here. You want to speed through these doors before they close. As you may think, you gotta use the red rails later too. We'll talk about that once you get to it, but it's just you have to be very quick on your feet. Not only just thinking on your feet, but also just in general, you have to move pretty quickly in this level, because if you are going too fast there, you'll smack right into those doors that are actually closed and have to open up instead of vice versa. It's a pretty neat level. I think that it takes a lot of what made the other level fun and just runs with it and makes it a lot more hard, and I like it. I like that type of thing a lot. I think the newbie trap at the end, though, where it's a closed door, it's a nice trick, but kind of a mean one. I don't mind it. I think it makes the level pretty interesting, and it's not just like, ooh, gotta go fast. You gotta think a little bit.
Amy? Knuckles? Anybody? Huh.
Sonic's all alone. No friends to help him. Just a few more levels to get through. Next time, on Let's Play Sonic Lost World, we only have 2 levels left in the entire game. We'll finish it off then. Until then.